tutorials from the last regatta in the Bahamas, the KPMG regatta, qualifier for the Worlds and North Americans. We had a fleet of 18 boats sailing in Nassau. The wind was coming from the southeast. You can see right now the upper mark is somewhere around maybe there. I think this is the upper mark. So the wind was quite steady, oscillating, but quite steady. The current, I think by this point, was pushing us a little bit down. You can see how most of the fleet here is pushing for the comité. There's only one boat there to start trying to start on the pin. Let's leave the camera here. You can see the orange flag the back of the boat, which is different than having the orange flag on the front of the boat, because now you cannot be waiting next to the boat. You can see most of the fleet here waiting close to the committee. Like I said before, 112 there, she's not bow out, she's too low. So this could be a good moment for her when she's insecure to know where the line is, knowing that there's so much room between her and the pin, to start sailing closer to the pin, because when you don't know where the line is, it's better, unless you're sure the committee is favorite, it's better to start sailing closer to the marks. All right, so you can see how she started drifting too far low. You can see Bahamas 1 here sailing, but not pointing towards the buoy, pointing a bit low. So they should have all started a bit sooner. You can also see here Lorenzo 116 in this situation trying to speed up towards 150 when he should have waited a little bit more and gain leeward gap. So when you are this boat here, so when you are this boat here, it's important that you don't shoot so soon, but you wait for this boat on leeward of you to accelerate, so you create leeward gap, right? Leeward gap, and then when you accelerate and you shoot, you are further away from him. But not, he's sailing way too close. He's shooting after 150. We can see already here these boats here way too low. The current was pushing them down way too low. Much better to start alone, even when the pin is not favorite, which I think the pin is not favorite right now, but better to start alone than to start so low. You can see already 122 in a very difficult situation. So right now it's better to tag, and then tag again. If you wait too long to tag, then most likely these boats will tag on you. So you should have tagged way earlier. And let's see where you were before. Let's look at you, 122. In this case, it's for you a priority to not be waiting so close to the buoy, not waiting so close to the boat, because otherwise you're not going to be able to point down, like it's happening now. And then to come full speed, and in this case, never, I repeat, never go lower. It's much better to be waiting a little bit further away and to come full speed next to the engine. Why? So when you start, even if you're on a second line, you have more speed, and then you can tag and tag again, and then tag and tag again until you can pass the anchor line. Instead of that, that's where you go. You would have been way better off if you would be entering right now instead of where you are now. We see Finley 111, 115, and 121 starting on the committee. That's exactly what I told you that would happen. Now you're still sailing covered by MJ, so you're losing more and more and more. You should have tagged way sooner. So you have the boats in the committee that are sailing much quicker than the boats in the center, but you could see that there's no one. You can see that there's no one on the line. You can see that there's no one in between these two boats. So clearly all the fleet was a bit too low. You can find 112. She had so much room between these two, and she waited too long to go to the pin.